Always, even when I was a teenager singing in the bars, or a kid in the bars, my parents always taught me, you know, you have to look your best, you have to dress a certain way, you have to be a professional. And so I've always had that in my mind.
Hello, how are you doing?
Take care of yourself and your family. Shania Twain revealed some little-known health secrets about legendary tenor Andrea Bocelli during a special concert in Tuscany. What challenges is he facing? Check out exclusive footage from the performance, which hits theaters this fall. Curious to know more? Shania Twain reveals Shania Twain, a prominent figure in the world of country music, recently addressed worries over Andrea Bocelli's health for the first time in an emotional statement on social media that garnered attention from admirers all over the world. As a result of their work during Bocelli's 30th anniversary celebration in Tuscany, Twain gave some insights that provided confidence over the well-being of the famed tenor. Following the performance of their duet, Twain posted a statement on Instagram that went beyond the customary post-concert expression of gratitude. "Working with Andrea was truly a privilege," she said in her letter. "His voice remains as powerful and moving as ever." Despite what many have speculated, several behind-the-scenes photographs of their rehearsals were included in the article. These photographs showed Bocelli appearing to be in excellent spirits and good health. Twain also stressed Bocelli's endurance throughout the difficult performance series, saying, "To witness someone perform with such passion for hours, night after night, at 65, puts to rest any questions about his vocal condition." Bocelli was 65 years old at the time. It appears that this statement was an attempt to address the underlying suspicions that had been circulating about the Italian maestro may be suffering from his voice strain. Within a short amount of time, the duo's performance sparked conversation across various social media platforms. During their performance of Duet in Puey, the Italian version of Mark Twain's classic From This Moment On, many admirers remarked on Bocelli's unshakable command of his vocal range. An individual who was there at the event made the following observation: "His voice soared effortlessly alongside Shania's, no signs of weakness whatsoever." Others, on the other hand, pointed out instances in which they saw small differences in his technique in comparison to past performances. Following the release of the film, from rehearsals that revealed Bocelli taking more frequent pauses than in prior years, the conjecture came even more intense. On the other hand, these views were given a fresh perspective as a result of Twain's comments regarding the rigorous nature of the Jubilee performance series, which featured several guest artists over the course of several evenings. The very act of working together served as a stimulus for more extensive conversations regarding the lifespan of voice ability. Given that Bocelli has been performing professionally for the past 3 decades, he has been the subject of inquiries on the manner in which he manages to preserve his characteristic tone despite his advanced age. Consequently, the performance of the duet raised attention to the physical demands that are imposed on classical vocalists from a performance standpoint. Music commentators observed that Bocelli looked to be at ease for the entirety of the concert, maintaining his signature impassioned delivery during both solo portions and harmonies with Twain. Their successful cooperation has effectively proved Bocelli's continuous vocal skills, even though neither artist has specifically addressed specific health problems. Yet the partnership has been fruitful. His ongoing creative presence is demonstrated by the performance, which will be included in a forthcoming film release that will capture the performances that were held to commemorate the 30th anniversary of one of his shows. It is certain that the discussion over Bocelli's health will continue as he promotes his forthcoming album, Duets, which is due to be released in October of this year. This record is not only a celebration of partnerships, but it is also a monument to his incredible vocal resilience. Andrea Bocelli is having a very busy 2025 with many musical projects and spectacular performances. He kicked off his North American tour at the beginning of the year, performing in many major cities such as Omaha, Tampa, Savannah, New Orleans, Houston, Austin, and Denver. Each night will be coordinated with local symphony orchestras, bringing the audience unique and emotional musical experiences. In addition, Bocelli will also continue the tour with 13 new shows in October and December, including a single night at Little Caesars Arena in Detroit. Conductor Stephen Mercurio will conduct these performances, promising to bring top-notch performances. To mark the 30th anniversary of his musical career, Andrea Bocelli released a special album titled. The album is a combination of new duets and previously released songs, featuring many famous artists such as Shania Twain, Ed Sheeran, Celine Dion, and Elise. One of the most notable highlights of the album is the duet Duet in Poi, an Italian remake of Shania Twain's hit From This Moment On. In addition to focusing on music, Andrea Bocelli also released a documentary called Andrea Bocelli. The film chronicles 3 nights of concerts held at the Teatro del Silenzio in Tuscany in July 20. It is not only a film about music, but also provides an insight into his career journey as well as his personal life. The film is scheduled to be released in cinemas around the world this fall, allowing fans to experience Bocelli's special moments firsthand. In addition to his musical activities, Bocelli also plans a summer tour in June 2020. A notable event is a special concert scheduled to take place at Villa d'Este on the shores of Lake Como on August 20, a location considered extremely romantic and beautiful. Regarding health, despite being 66 years old, Andrea Bocelli still maintains an impressive performance on stage. He adheres to a strict training regimen, which includes vocal exercises under the guidance of a longtime coach, humidity control in the performance and rehearsal space, and a Mediterranean diet rich in olive oil and limited dairy. In addition, maintaining his fitness through horseback riding also contributes to his health and vocal endurance. Although he has had to cancel some concerts due to health problems, Bocelli is now back at the top of his game, continuing to wow audiences with excellent performance. Shania Twain has just revealed new facts about Andrea Bocelli's health, making more people interested than ever. So how will the singer's health be affected when he performs with Shania Twain in the concert celebrating 30 years of his career? Let's find out the details right after the 30th anniversary concert. After Andrea Bocelli's 3-day celebration performance series that commemorated his 30 years in the music profession, the ancient Teatro del Silenzio in Tuscany became the epicenter of musical excellence. In the magnificent conclusion that took place on July 19, the Italian tenor gave an absolutely beautiful performance. He sang with the country music superstar Shania Twain, who displayed her incredible vocal power. The festivities of Bocelli's milestone jubilee, which took place on July 15 and 19, were set against a spectacular background given by the open-air amphitheater. During each evening, there were performances that were unique, and the last night culminated in dramatic renditions of famous songs that have stood the test of time. Bocelli started their duet by singing lines in his native Italian language, and then Twain joined in, singing the chorus in English as a full orchestra supported their vocals. When they brought Duet in Poi to life beneath the Tuscan sky, it was impossible to deny the chemistry that existed between the two of them. Throughout the extravaganza that lasted for 3 days, Bocelli performed alongside a magnificent collection of worldwide celebrities, in particular Jon Batiste, Brian May, Sofia Vergara, David Foster, Catherine McPhee, Lauren Daigle, and Matteo Bocelli. Bocelli's son were among the performers who appeared at the performance. Several very moving moments occurred during the festivities, such as Bocelli singing Besa Mucho to Sofia Vergara and playing Who Wants to Live Forever alongside Brian May, who is the guitarist for Queen. Additionally, Ed Sheeran, Russell Crowe, Will Smith, and Sophia Carson were among the performers who appeared at earlier events. "Tonight is going to be special," was the caption that Twain and Bocelli posted on their respective social media profiles before their performance. The moment was spent horseback riding around the Tuscan countryside. Their musical connection was quite exceptional, as evidenced by the fact that they performed an emotionally affecting version that combined country and classical tradition. Twain subsequently expressed her thanks on Instagram, saying, "It was truly an honor to hear your exceptional voice singing a song I originally wrote to be performed with all that gravitas." The song was originally intended to be sung with all that gravitas. The concerts were captured on film for an upcoming concert film that will be shown in theaters this autumn, and will be named Andrea Bocelli 30. The celebration. This film will be available to those who are unable to attend the performances in person. Andrea Bocelli and Shania Twain performed together at a special concert celebrating Bocelli's 30th anniversary. What makes their duet rendition of the classic From This Moment On their new album so special? Let's find out the story behind it. Duet reimagines From This Moment On, The musical collaboration between Shania Twain and Andrea Bocelli exemplifies the tenor's ongoing vocal prowess, as they convert her well-known country ballad into a masterpiece that transcends cultural boundaries. A widely anticipated compilation that celebrates Bocelli's 3 decades in the music industry features the reinvented version as the collection's centerpiece performance. The Italian rendition of From This Moment On is a brilliant example of how to overcome musical barriers by combining the rustic sensibilities of Mark Twain with the classical skill of Andrea Bocelli. The translation of Destinota in Poi is not like other translations, since it preserves the emotional heart of the original, while also providing additional dimensions via the use of several languages. Bocelli sings the majority of the song in Italian, but Twain switches between English and Italian words, therefore creating a language tapestry that emphasizes the romantic nature of the song. Throughout the entirety of the duet, the arrangement contains both symphonic elements that are typical of Bocelli's repertoire as well as subtle country accents that pay homage to the song's root. How the melodic structure is adapted to Italian phrasing without damaging the song's unique emotional development is particularly impressive. Furthermore, as a consequence of this, even listeners who are not familiar with Italian can identify with the global sense of eternal love that is communicated in both languages. Noted for his work with Madonna and Lana Del Rey, acclaimed producer Rick Nowels adds his characteristic atmospheric touch to Destinota in Poi. Nowels is noted for his work with both parties. His production emphasizes the vocal interplay with one another, while also ensuring that neither artist dominates the other. The method that Nowels takes pays homage to Bocelli's expertise in opera as well as Twain's origins in country music. The setting that Nowels established in the studio was one in which both performers were able to explore new vocal areas. In a manner that is parallel to the emotional journey that is contained within the words, the production incorporates a gentle orchestration that becomes more intense at precisely the correct moment. The natural synergy that exists between Bocelli and Twain was able to show through because of his creative direction, which centered on capturing true performances rather than achieving technical perfection. An excerpt from Destinota in Poi will be included as a highlight track on the next Duets album by Bocelli, which is slated to be released on October. The compilation is a celebration of Bocelli's distinguished career, and it contains 32 tracks that cover collaborations that have been published both recently and in the past. Not only does the album have collaborations with Twain, but it also features collaborations with other notable musicians, such as Celine Dion, Stevie Wonder, and Ariana Grande. This intentional release coincides with the anniversary of Bocelli's professional debut in 1994, marking a key milestone for the tenor, whose vocal powers continue to astound, despite the fact that he has struggled with his health in the past. Not only does the CD serve as a retrospective, but it also serves as evidence of Bocelli's continual artistic progress and vocal durability. Andrea Bocelli and Shania Twain's duet From This Moment On from their new album has fans buzzing. So what's the state of Bocelli's health and long-term career as he continues to shine on stage? Find out below. Health and career longevity. Andrea Bocelli, the legendary tenor with a mesmerizing voice, has had a career spanning over 3 decades, marked not only by his immense success, but also by the health challenges he has overcome. Despite his physical challenges, Bocelli has maintained his position as one of the world's greatest opera singers, continuing to captivate millions of fans across all continents, with his soulful performances and masterful vocal technique. Born with congenital glaucoma, Andrea Bocelli lost his sight completely at the age of 12, after a serious football accident. From that point on, he was forced to adapt to life in the dark, but that did not stop him from pursuing his passion for music and becoming a global icon. Blindness seems to be just one of the health challenges Bocelli has faced. Over the years, the singer has also had to temporarily suspend performances due to throat infections and vocal cord strain, factors that can seriously threaten the quality of his voice. In 2021, when the COVID-19 pandemic broke out, Andrea Bocelli was not immune to the effects. He once shared that contracting the disease not only affected him, but also became a family experience when his wife and children were also infected. This made fans even more worried about the health of an artist who has faced many pressures in his long career. However, recently those concerns were somewhat eased when Bocelli performed continuously in a series of 3 concerts in Tuscany. At the age of 65, he still showed incredible flexibility and vocal ability, performing for hours every night without showing any signs of fatigue or loss of voice quality. The performance also featured singer Shania Twain, whose combination of soulful operatic vocals and modern country music style created unforgettable musical moments for the audience. To maintain his health and timeless voice, Bocelli applies an extremely strict training and living regimen. According to close associates, he adheres to regular vocal exercises under the guidance of longtime coach Franco Corelli, who helps him maintain his technique and vocal endurance. In addition, Bocelli pays special attention to controlling the humidity in the performance space and practice room to protect his larynx from dryness or irritation. He also minimizes talking a lot before each big performance to keep his voice in the best condition. Bocelli's diet also plays an important role in maintaining vocal health. He favors a Mediterranean-style diet rich in olive oil and vegetables, while limiting his consumption of dairy, which can cause phlegm and affect the vocal cord. Bocelli also maintains his fitness by participating in physical activities, such as horseback riding, a gentle form of exercise that helps him relax his mind and keep his body healthy. He was even seen riding a horse before a concert in Tuscany, an image that proves the perfect balance between physical training and vocal discipline. In addition to performances and a new album, Bocelli has a long-term plan for his career. An upcoming documentary is expected to provide an in-depth look at his musical journey over 3 decades. The film will focus on exploring how the singer has maintained and protected the quality of his voice over time, despite age, illness, and the pressures of a busy touring schedule. Interviews with medical experts who have accompanied him will help viewers better understand the physiology and psychology of a world-class opera singer. In addition, cinemas around the world will screen the film Andrea Bocelli 30 The Celebration this fall, capturing memorable moments from his 30th anniversary concert series in Tuscany. This is also an opportunity for fans around the world to enjoy the top concert atmosphere right in the cinema. After that, Bocelli will embark on a global tour to promote his new album Duets, featuring many impressive duets with top stars such as Shania Twain, Celine Dion, Stevie Wonder, and Ariana Grande. Currently, tickets for Andrea Bocelli's winter performances in Europe and North America are selling very well, showing the audience his trust and enduring love for him. Despite facing many health difficulties, the male singer still maintains his form, proving that passion and discipline are the keys to maintaining a long-lasting career and resounding success in the world music industry. How do you feel about Andrea Bocelli's perseverance and resilience in his musical journey of more than 30 years? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. We would love to hear from you. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more interesting updates. Thank you and see you in the next video.